Hello everyone, welcome back to Coach. She tries to be consistent at something. I guess recording YouTube chess videos and talking to the camera in front of me. Okay, so if you've been wondering, I've been kind of busy probably these few 2 years, and I decided I have some free time this after CNY, and I think it's a good idea to record some analysis, especially analyzing the games you've played in class. This comes from our beginner level 1 group class, and it's a good idea for you kids is to not just immediately run away after the game's over. Don't be like, oh no, the game's over, let me just go back and go home and go rematch immediately. It's like, I lost, I'm angry, I go rematch. Good thing is you need to actually analyze your game, see where your mistakes are, and one more important thing is to see what you did well and what you think you can do better. Okay, so let's just start off with this. Okay, so this is a game. Okay, I can't say the names, but these are very good games. I think these games will show you what not to do in the opening. Now, this game starts with e4. Okay, white starts with e4. Basically, good stuff. You want to put your pawns in the center and basically control these 4 squares. So e5. And here, normally we start off with knight f3, yeah? Maybe something, I know what. Probably you want to bring out your pieces, right? After your pawns, you say, okay, in the opening, 3 things you have to do. Put your pawns in the center. And the next is you wake up your pieces, your knights and bishops. Then third is to castle, get your king to safety. However, here, white decided to be like, wait a second. You know what? I think I want to try something else. Queen f3. Now, if you see this, if you've been a beginner for a while, or you've played chess before, you probably can sense something is probably off already after queen f3, which is exactly it. There's something's really off with white. So here is signaling that I want to go bishop c4. I want to checkmate you under the form checkmate. So black is like, okay, sure, I've developed my knight, probably intending to hit your queen in the future. Jokes aside, not literally hitting, but just trying to go here and smack the queen in the face. Okay, queen bishop c4. So white says, I'm about to form a checkmate you. And if you do nothing, let's say you play bishop c5, or if you just go knight d4, attacking my queen, harassment by the way, harassing my queen, you get checkmated. So black side, no, that's not happening today. So here the trick is over, yeah? This is the formal checkmate, and if it doesn't work, most of the time you're in trouble. Especially white here is in trouble because this queen is not doing that great, but white can probably stop it in knight e2, and then black will probably consider something like maybe d6, maybe actually his bishop c5 works also. Yeah, and maybe castle, and this queen might get hit in the future. Now, here probably white had to stop this knight d4. White's like, wait a second, if my queen can't attack like this, let me shift it to another point. Now, queen d3 here is actually a blunder. Why? It's because yeah, you don't want to move your piece 2 times in the opening if you can. Like, not really say 2 times, but try not to move it too many times. Especially your queen here, white has done 2 mistakes. First, I said just now, you don't want to move your pieces too many times, already 2 times here. And you don't want to bring out your queen too early. So here, black has a few options. Maybe already knight d4 seems quite interesting. Yeah, let's just say you try to kick this away. Maybe there's just this idea of d5. Now, this is a bit of an engine line here. I'm actually turning it on to just double check. But this is very interesting where actually, if you take, okay, there's already bishop f5, and this is quite annoying. So remember how we talked about the knight jumping in? Yeah, this is quite annoying for white. Okay, so okay, black went d6. Okay, not really a great move because first you probably want to bring out a bishop. You kind of block your bishop. So you see already at this game, it shows you a lot of mistakes. Not really a lot of mistakes, just a few initial mistakes. The mistakes are more or not like blundering pieces, but they're like strategic mistakes, because here black should probably, I don't expect a beginner to find knight d4, but probably bishop c5 makes sense because you want to bring out your pieces and you want to develop, right? You want to castle. D6 does exactly that. D6 just says nope to your bishop. I'm gonna put you in jail and I'm gonna make you look like poo-poo. Okay. White should probably develop knight f3 here, but white decided to play queen d3, which is another mistake. You see, white is trying to do too many queen moves. So white was like, okay, you know what, my queen, I don't feel that it's comfortable here. Maybe let me put it here and let me do on g3. So white's very confused with the queen. So this is exactly a blunder. I want you to try to spot it why. 2 down question marks means it's kind of a big mistake already. So can you see a move for black to probably win material? Okay, so if you're wondering, what you should probably play is you should probably take the pawn, okay? But black decided to develop the bishop. Now, another blunder is because black plays this, is that black probably wants to develop, but first thing first, free pawn, and this bishop doesn't really do much, right? This bishop, remember how we talked about when I control the center? Yeah, this bishop is kind of just like, yo man, I'm not sure what to do, I'm just gonna hang around. So probably bishop e6, yeah. I mean, if you really want to develop the bishop, probably bishop e6 makes more sense. You try to challenge the bishop, and if they take, you're not scared, even though you have double pawns, you know, your pawns control the center. No, so we get bishop d7, and white decided to go queen d3. Yeah, you can see by my face, I'm not really sure what's happening. Basically, white is completely ignoring these opening principles. You should bring out these other pieces. Like here already, you should already play d3, probably defending this pawn, yeah? So, white is ignoring the opening principles and not developing, yeah? Just developing the queen and absolutely wasting a lot of time. So here, black goes bishop e7. If you're wondering why this is a blunder, apparently, okay, according to the engine, yeah, d5 is actually playable. Now, reason why is this is e takes d5, right? And what you have apparently is you have knight d4, and apparently this bishop f5 threat is super strong that actually you're perfectly fine being down a pawn. Let's just say white tries, you know, maybe bishop b3 defending this. You already have bishop f5, and all of the pieces activate itself. Like here, I mean, how are you supposed to defend this? Like this is already almost GG already. Okay, so like bishop d6, and like apparently this is winning for black because even though he's down a pawn, like black's pieces are like about to just wreck white in the face, you know, he's about to deliver a knockout punch. Okay, let's just go back. Okay, now in the game bishop e7 is played. Okay, fine, this is quite okay. I mean, I wouldn't consider a big blunder, but according to engine analysis it is, because d5, but not easy to spot for a beginner, so this is fine. So instead of developing here, white should probably develop the knight, yeah, knight f3. Okay, maybe even consider c3 to kick this knight out. I think just c3 is fine, yeah? Maybe, or even just knight f3, you know, just developing. White decided to go f4. I have no words. I'm sorry, I'm a bit stunned, but f4 is basically trying to attack the center, but this is what we call you're not supposed to do this, because you can attack the center like using pawns, but you should not do it because it's because it's just a free pawn. So black took, and what was like, wait a second, I think the attack is not over. I should probably develop my knight and get my king to safety. No, sorry, not knight f3 but e5. Yeah, if you're wondering why e5 is played, it's probably trying to attack this. Now, this is a very misconcept. It's a very common mistake in kids, because sometimes when the pieces get taken, they're like, yeah, I'm not feeling happy, I'm gonna try to punch you, you know? It's like, you know, those kind of people when they like fail their punch and then they're like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that happy. You know, let me try to punch you again. Yeah, but the more they punch, the more they hit nothing. That's basically it, okay? This move is trying to attack this fork, but this is a free pawn. So yeah, this is not looking that great, because now black has complete control of the center. These knights are powerful. Sorry, something in my throat. Yeah, I'm having a bit of sore throat after CNY. So next, what's gonna happen is probably, yeah, the knights are jumping in, and not really jumping in, they are very powerful. And probably what's gonna happen next is that, yeah, I mean, even if you develop your piece, like let's just say here, yeah, probably gonna get steamrolled by this already. Like knight b4 is very annoying, so yeah, like c3 has to be played. But at the same time, like black's pawn center is gonna completely roll you, and bishop's gonna develop castle, and you're gonna get completely wrecked. Now, here white tried bishop d5. I don't really like this that much, because I feel that there's knight b4 here, there's a fork here, and yeah, you're not surviving this, because you save your queen, you lose the bishop, you save the bishop, you lose the queen. So it's a you just pick which piece gets to go bye-bye, gets to get whacked, okay? So, castle, which is kind of a mistake, probably knight b4 is played, so knight f3. Again here, knight b4 is begging to be played to play for a fork. So one thing for you kids, right, if you're still watching this, I'm not sure how, but you probably should work on your tactics quite a lot, because tactics are basically like this, okay? You know, for a painter, right, they kind of have to recognize colors, that there's a red, that's blue, that's black. Same thing like chess. Tactics help you with that. So what you should probably do with tactics is that you can always go to Lichess, you can just press puzzles and then try a bit. There's this thing called puzzle teams where you can kind of change the puzzles, right? You can kind of change the, like, let's say today you want to do pins, Monday next is Fox is on Tuesday, Wednesday is on Batarang Mate. So that is something you should try as kids. Or you have a book, even better. Just try to use the book. Try to solve the problems in the book. You can use the board. So knight b4 is completely back into play. So queen e8. Probably trying to get the rook to the center. Castling. Still knight b4. Both of these moves have been hanging for a while. Rook d8 now. Eyeing the queen. So white should probably sense some danger. Bishop c4. White tries to run away. Except now e4 is completely playable. This is a fork, by the way. But bishop g4 is played. Okay, so this is a reasonable attack. Probably better is e4 because you win the knight. Queen a3. White kind of saves the queen, but not at the same time. So white just say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna run away from the shark, but I'm gonna run into a bigger shark. And so black should probably just take the queen, yeah? But black got a bit itchy. Black say, I don't like your knight. Good night to your knight. You guys found that very funny, right? Good night. Knights and good nights. I should stop talking for this moment. White now should probably find a good way to recapture. Now, there are 3 recaptures here, and it's very important for you to list out a few ideas. Now, a lot of kids will immediately just take with one of these 3. It's like by random chance, okay? It's not really a good habit because you play automatic moves. So you should probably see that, okay, there are a few captures here, right? We shouldn't use the best capture because in the game, white absolutely did not play the best capture, which was queen takes f3, white played bishop g takes f3, which hangs the queen. And what happened is that should probably take the bishop, but white got a bit emotional taking the pawn. You lose your bishop. By the way, that's 3 ringgit down the drain, or $3 for you Americans. Black took and then knight c3, not taking the bishop. Black said thank you. Knight b1, bishop c1. Now the king gets checked because see, when you move your f pawn, your king gets exposed. The second thing is that now, after your pawn cover, basically your pawn in front of your king gets, evaporated, your king is probably going to be very exposed. King h1. And queen c4 now. My guy's rook is hanging, so hopefully white spots it. Except no. So again, suddenly the knight's like, I don't like your queen. But queen takes f1. So, by the way, this is checkmate, Batarang mate. So probably white should probably play d3, I guess. But it's very hard to save this position. If you look at this, white is just down a queen, my guy, and like a knight, and too many pawns to count. Actually, how many pawns? Like let me just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 6. So black just up a pawn. So that's just game over. Like even if you defend this is practically game over. So what to avoid, right, is to first not to try the formal checkmate most of the time because your opponent probably knows it, and when you do it, your queen is, and when your opponent succeeds, notice your queen is already out, which is bad. You shouldn't bring out queen too early because it becomes target practice. Second thing you should avoid is just shuffling without purpose, because that just wastes time. You should probably develop your other pieces in the opening. Second thing is not to give away free pieces. Oh, that's the third thing already. And down the road is for you to kids to be careful of tactics, okay? Especially Fox, this has been hanging for like 6 moves. I'm not saying like, coach say you're bad. It's just that I'm showing you your mistakes. You should probably take a look at it, okay? I will not say who I don't say the name. So this is just a very good game. And yeah, be careful, especially when you're capturing. All right, you know what? You should probably see a few options and pick the best one. And of course, when you're running, when you're defending, don't just immediately panic run, okay? You should probably see that, hey, maybe my queen might be able to retreat to b3 or c3, somewhere here. Probably b3 is fine, but there's also this. So not really that safe. Even if you go queen e2, there's e4. Oh, so to be honest, not really good. They are not really good squares, but I think queen c3 is better. At least you'll not get hit. Your queen will not get attacked. And it's not a free queen, yeah? So I think that's it for today's video. I might upload time and time again, or I might just spam this in the WhatsApp group. I will just tell you guys, hey, there's this video that just dropped. Hey, you guys can look at it. Alright, so see you guys another time. Bye bye.